Hi everybody, it's Sonia with Sonia K Creations. Come on in, we're gonna get started. I haven't crafted with you for maybe 5 days or something like that, but we're gonna make some Christmas project. You know, I gotta get ready for my bazaar. So come on in, we're gonna get started. We're gonna be using a craft that I did a long time ago and I kind of tore it apart, and we're gonna reuse part of it. So oh, I see somebody's on there. Let me know that you're watching. Please sprinkle all that kind of good stuff and we'll get started. And you know we're going to use my favorite paper and my favorite colors just because I like my booth to all look the same. Not everything will look the same, but close. Hi Glenda and Tammy. So hope you guys had a good weekend. I was at retreat all weekend. Had such a good time, but I was so tired. I literally slept through the night last night, and that doesn't happen. I don't sleep through the night. I wake up a lot, but I'm so tired. We didn't get a whole lot of sleep. We had lots of fun, so. All right, so we're going to do, our ladies retreat. I just got done talking about it, Jen, but it was so fun. We had 19 of us. There were supposed to be 22 at one point, but things happened. So we had 19, and so fun. So many laughs, special times. Just, oh gosh, it was so fun. We crafted, we played games, we just had Bible study, small group time, discussion, just snacks, lots of food. Really fun. But, yep, it was good. So we're going to use one of these. You can find these silver platters, kind of like platters at Dollar Tree all the time. I made something with this. Alex is doing good. He's really happy today. But I made something with this like literally the first year I started crafting online. And so I kind of ripped it apart this year because I didn't want it anymore. So I had chalk coutoured on there, but we're going to use it. But you can still find these at the Dollar Tree for probably $1.50, I don't know. But we're going to paint the back of it. I never painted the back before. And then we're going to paint a little bit on it, the front, and then we'll move on. So I'm using moss again, of course, because like I said, I like things at my craft show to kind of all kind of coordinate and look like a collection, I guess you'd say. But you can do this with anything you have, any colors you want. Why am I just doing the edge? I need to do the whole thing. The front, I'm just going to do the edge, so that's what I guess I was thinking in my head. I'm going to pick it up and try to get the front part done at the same time. And we'll try to just lean it up against something. Got way too much paint on there though. So then I'm just going to do this edge on the front. At least try to get a rough first coat on there. Did you guys do anything fun over the weekend? Hi Gladys, Sandy, Deb, Sandy, another Sandy. Alex is happy today, but I guess he wasn't very happy with my son all weekend. My husband, actually right before I was leaving for women's retreat, not to be sad, but his dad was passing, or close to passing away, and so he had to go see him. And he ended up passing away this weekend, so that was sad. But my son came and watched Alex for the weekend, so my husband could be up there with his family. And I guess Alex wasn't really happy for him all weekend. But my husband says, don't take offense to that, because he's like that when I'm gone and Jim is at home, because I'm his favorite. That's what he told my daughter-in-law when she said, well, he wasn't very happy with Connor. Alex just likes when his mama is home. We're buddies. Some of this extra paint off here. Not a very good, perfect coat, but we're just going to let it lead up. I don't know what I can do. I can put it on top of since I didn't paint the middle, I'm just going to put it on top of a wax bottle and then can sit. I'm sure I'm going to have to put another coat. I see some silver popping through, but that doesn't really matter too much. But I get this to go over. Well, actually, I can keep it on this. Walmart didn't have any. Well, you can get other, I'm sure there's chalk paint in other brands that are close to the same color. Okay, so we'll come back to that. Probably have to put another coat on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use an Iron Orchids design mold. And I don't sell these or anything, but if you want one, just go online and Google Iron Orchid Designs. And a lot of online creators sell them. Or you can find a boutique or a store in your area that sells them. That's what I buy them at a little boutique in our town. And it's, this one is called the, what is it called? I don't see the name of it on here. Let's see on here. St. Nick. The St. Nick mold. So it's like these rubber silicone molds, and it has a Santa face. This is a pretty deep one. They're kind of expensive, but you know, once you get them, they pretty much last forever. But this is what it packaging looks like. Thank you guys. Yeah, he's not been well for a little while, so. So anyway, we're going to use, so what I did it ahead of time because I didn't want to wait for it. And it'd be cheaper to do like air dry clay or like the clay, the IOD clay or whatever, and let it dry. But I did something, because it takes a lot. So I use casting resin. It's like, you just mix equal parts of this, and it tells you on here how much you need. This is called the Alumilite Amazing Casting Resin. I just took 2 plastic cups and I just dumped equal parts together, and then you stir it till it turns kind of clear. Dump it in here, and within 10 minutes, and you can get this from Amazon. It's kind of expensive. That's why it'd probably be cheaper to do with this huge one to do like a clay of some sort. But I used it. Yeah, this is the one that my husband bought me this. So I did it ahead of time, but it's very easy. Just mix equal parts together, stir it up, dump it in, and in 10 minutes you have your casting. And this is how it turns out. So it's like, it's not, but if you want something flexible to put on a round surface, you can warm this up a little bit with the heat gun and kind of mold it a little bit, but it'd be easier to use clay. But I didn't have to have, it's going to go on a flat surface. So that's what it looks like right now. I got it a little too thin on the edges, but I think once we do something with it, it's not going to matter. You got some Santa mold too? Yep. All right, so what we're going to do is I have this had holes in it right here. It's like a oval plaque. Get these from the Dollar Tree, just a little wood thing. And we're going to glue this onto here like that. So I'm just going to take, I guess most people use Tite Bond Quick and Thick. I have my Tite Bond wood glue. I think you can use whatever really that you want. I'm going to try to get, you know, close to the edges, but I'm also going to put some hot glue in here because I want it to glue quickly. So I'll leave some empty spots to put some wood glue. To put some hot glue. Okay. I'm just going to put it right on here. Let's hold it down for a second. I like that resin very much. It's so easy to use. You can get it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby too. Yep. Oh, somebody said they used the mold and they took tissue paper and put it in a blender and with water, and then you, or a food processor, and then use it like clay, kind of like in the mold. That's a good idea. But I was just doing what was the fastest today. So I just put it on like that. So that's pretty cute right there. Now I'm going to paint this whole thing white. And I know it is already white, but I just had a very big piece. My glue gun fell down. but I want it to all be the same, so we're gonna take white paint, which I forgot to get out. Paint the whole thing so it makes it look like the Santa is like molded on this piece, I guess you'd say. So let's take some white paint and go over the whole thing. And then it'll also like fill in those little, there's just little bits of gap around the edge. And because I'm painting kind of white over white, it doesn't have to be perfect because on the Santa part, because it's not going to show when we do what we're going to do next anyway. Not every bit of it's going to show. It's kind of, you got to get down in those little, all those little details. That's what I like about IOD molds. They have a lot of details. But you don't want to leave pools of paint down in there either. The detail on that mold is amazing. Yes, it is. They are definitely not a cheap. They're kind of an investment, but I don't buy a lot. I think I have 3 or 4 IOD molds, but I really wanted this one because I just thought you could use it so many ways for Christmas. I'm just trying to get most of it. I think the Santa part is fine. I'm going to let this dry and then I might end up putting another little bit more on the edge, on the wood part. I think it's pretty good. Okay. I got all the edges. Okay, so it looks like that. How was your weekend with the church ladies? It was so, it looks vintage, yeah. It was so fun, like such a special time. Probably the best women's retreat I've ever been on. I'm not saying that because I was in charge, but it was just nothing bad about it. Lots of fun, lots of laughter, lots of sharing times, crafting, Bible study. What else do we do? Lots of games, lots of getting to know you games, just fun, crazy games, lots of staying up late, talking, lots of eating snacks and eating good food. Lots of fun. If you join the Yakima Bethel Church of the Nazarene page, you can go see pictures. I put a lot of pictures on there. I'm just gonna get this dry. Really didn't need to do the back right now, but I was like, if I don't do the backs, I'm never going to go back and do them, and I'll have to do it at the last minute before my crafting show. I might just do one coat on the back and call it good. It doesn't really matter that much. But I got it pretty thick, so it's taking a minute. Starting to dry. Oh, I can show you what we made. We made a very simple craft because a lot of people were not crafters. So I have the demo one sitting next to me so I can get it. It's just a hanging garland, fall kind of colors. Let me get this middle part dry. Not going to worry about the edges because when I turn it over, that won't touch the paper anyway, so. And I can always go back and, I can always go back and touch it up later. So let's just put another quick, this is right, okay. Quick coat on this front part. It was such a good weekend. It was bittersweet because it was the last weekend with all my church ladies. I mean, I'll see them because we're in the same town periodically, and I hope to keep in contact with a lot of them, but we won't be going to their church every day, every Sunday, so it was hard but good. I have a hard time talking about it. Okay, I'll show you what we made at retreat. It's all tangled up. I gotta get it untangled. Very simple. We got felt balls. Oh gosh, this is really tangled. And then beads, and then some wood. Oh my goodness. I might not get it all untangled, and I just gave them I made little kits, and then I just gave them, they could choose what papers they wanted. I used I'll just show you. It's basically a garland that you can put on your fireplace or whatever. But I used music sheets, and then this gingham, and then the felt orange and white, and then balls and beads. They really liked it though. They had fun. So that's what we did. Just imagine this really long and spread out right. And the way they hang, when you put it against a mantle or wall, they do hang okay, but it's just hard when you're showing it like this. But that's what we made. Okay. All right, did we get this pretty good? I think so. All right, let's just dry this front part and then we can move on. I like resin and santamol better than clay. Clay takes, yeah, that's why it is better, but it just is pretty expensive. If you do a lot of these, it would take a lot of the resin, but I use it more for smaller things, but I used it today. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, they all turned out real cute. I meant to take a picture of everyone holding theirs up, and they forgot. I think pretty much everyone, there was maybe one lady took a nap, so she didn't make one, and then the other lady she just wanted to watch. And then one lady, she has trouble seeing, and our cabin was kind of dark. So she's like, just give me the kit, and she's an older lady, and she goes, I'll take it home and make it. So she took the kit home. I put everything they needed for it, including sanding blocks, sanding little emery boards, sanding little sanding blocks, the beads, everything but the paper, and they even got their own glue stick and everything in like Ziploc bags. So I made little kits, so it was pretty easy. It was a real fun retreat. I like planning it. I liked planning it. We had good food. We had really good big breakfast on Saturday. Friday night we just eat before we come, and we have snacks. And then Saturday morning, me and my daughter-in-law and her sister, we made pancakes, scrambled eggs, fruit, all kinds of fruit, sausage. Lunch we had build your own sandwich bar, homemade potato salad, homemade cookies, and left more fruit and chips. But we also always had a huge table of snacks, so we always had lots of snacks. And then dinner, I made homemade lasagna. I made it before I came and brought 2 pans of it already made, and same with the potato salad and the cookies. And then, so it made it easy, and garlic bread and salad bar. And then yesterday morning we got up and we just had leftover fruit, leftover pancakes, leftover sausage, and then all kinds of pastries from Costco and Fred Meyer, and milk, orange juice. So we did not starve, that's for sure. I actually didn't feel like I ate very much because when I'm in charge, I just don't find myself eating as much. I was actually hungry when we got home yesterday because I didn't really eat that morning much. Okay. Not quite dry yet. There was 19. We had, at one point we had 22, and then one lady ended up having to have the surgery, so she couldn't come. And one lady, I'm not sure why she didn't come. It was somebody I didn't know that she was coming with somebody from our church. And then who else? Oh, and one lady fell and broke some bones in her back. She's okay, but she couldn't come. So I think that was the only ones that couldn't make it. Alright, I might touch it up later, but for now I think it's good. Yeah, there's a spot down there on the bottom I might need to touch up, but it looks fine. So we have that. Then we're going to, of course, take my favorite paper, which I cut to fit inside here. So Tammy Wickenberg, she's on here right now, she sent me a whole bunch of paper, like she folded it up like this, so I have enough for a while. So I'm still going to go look at TJ Maxx to see if they have it and stuff once they start getting Christmas in. That's where I get it, TJ Maxx or Marshall's or we don't have Home Goods here, but you can get it at Home Goods. Okay, I'm going to turn this over. I want to get paint on it, so I'm just putting glue stick on it. Hi, Jody. Okay, so now my hands are all sticky. Let's go back to this and put this in here. I want to do it this way. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's close enough. Oh, and I got paint on it after trying not to. Before it dries, let's try to get it off. This paper's got kind of a slickiness to it, so you can usually get stuff off if you get something on there. I'm just pushing it down. Let me use something that's a little bit less dirty than my fingers. Let it dry that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I have that. Okay, we're going to put this off to the side now, and we're going to go back to this and see how it looks. Yeah, I'm going to put a little more paint on the wood part. Yeah, we stayed in this is called the Timbers Lodge at this campground. It's probably about 40 minutes from my house and up in the mountains. It's pretty smoky up here. We have a lot of fires going on, but we stayed mostly indoors because we had people with breathing issues too. So some people went outside a little bit, but the last day especially it got pretty smoky. But it has 20 bunks, so we sleep on bunks. So of course we have older ladies, so we all of us what we consider the younger ones in the group. There was younger ones than us. There was some in their 30s, 40s. I was thinking we had people in every. You're not gonna believe this. We had people in their. Do we have 20s? Yeah, my daughter-in-law and her sister in their 20s. So we had people in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I don't think we had anybody in their 80s, but we have a lady in our church that we always say she's gonna outlive all of us. She's in really good shape. She was 91. She was there. So we had every age group in their 20s to their 90s except for 80. We had people in their 70s, and it's amazing. But we slept on bunks, and it was fine. I don't ever sleep good anywhere. Even at home, I have a hard time sleeping, so I don't sleep that good. But what did I use as nets? This is called like corncob bedding, I guess. You get it for hamsters. It's bedding for hamsters and stuff. I got it on Amazon, but I think you can find it at Walmart, lots of places, in different places. Just getting this all dry. I've never done anything quite like this, so, you know. I haven't used molds a lot, just a few times. So it won't be perfect, I'm sure. Trying to get all the paint dry and all the little nooks and crannies. Don't hold this too long in one spot because the resin can kind of start not to melt, but I don't know. It's not absolutely perfect painting, but it's not going to matter because we're going to do another step with it. So that looks cute just like that. I know it's hard probably to see it because it's all the same. Okay, now let's move some more stuff over here. We are going, well, maybe I'll keep this under me. Now we are going to add, I'm going to add some clear wax to this. Where did I put that? Oh, I used it over here. So this is just clear bare wax, but you guys, there's different brands that crafters use, but I just get what's cheap on, I don't buy all that. I think DIY sells waxes, different things. I had a brush, okay, there it is. So I'm just going to put some of this clear wax on here. And I'm just doing this so I can make it, it actually has a little bit of color because I got some of the brown wax in there, but normally it's clear. I'm just putting some on there so that I can move the dark wax around more when I put it on there. You can also add it after. If you put too much dark wax, you can add some clear wax and it kind of acts like an eraser. I got my hair on here. Another hair right there. Oh, it's not my hair, it's from this cheap brush. Maybe that wasn't a good brush to use. You can get wax brushes, but I prefer to just use cheap ones so I can just throw them away if I want. Okay, that doesn't have to look perfect. Added that. Now I'm just going to take dark wax. This is dark antique wax from Behr, Home Depot. And I'm going to take some of that and I'm going to just get it down in all the nooks and crannies. That's the most important part, is to get in there, because you're going to wipe away the top part, but it'll stay down in the cracks. Because I don't want it near this dark, but I want it to be dark in the cracks. And I'm going to put on the board too as well. See what I'm doing? I'm just getting it down in there. Did your husband go to another church, or is he doing something else? He resigned at our church in this after basically, 24 years as senior pastors and 6 years of other ministries before that. He resigned and he got asked to be the fire chief in our district. He'll also continue as a chaplain for the Yakima Sheriff's Office and the fire department. But yes, he will. We're not going to a new church. We'll be going to a new church as parishioners, but not as pastors, which is very sad. But I think it's what God wanted, and we will get through it. It's just hard to leave people you love. Okay. All right, so I just kind of got that all down in there, and I'm hoping when I wipe it back, I'm going to get it on the sides too. It looks good. Okay, you see it? Looks like I'm a hot mess right now, but if you've never seen wax get wiped off, you'll see how cool it looks. So you take a dry towel of some sort, and as you wipe it back, I'm just getting started, but you can see what a change it makes. Like the details just start popping because all the wax stays down in the lower, the deep parts, and comes off on the upper parts. I'm getting most of it off the board, but it'll still kind of leave it that kind of antique look. And I'm just going to try to get off as much as I can off the top. And if you can't get it down if you can't get around real close to you can take a brush to get, I want to get right along the edge and get some of that off. Take a dry brush down in there. Gets it out of those little corners. Guess I didn't paint the sides too good, but it doesn't matter. I'm probably going to keep rubbing a little bit more, but can you believe that? How cool that looks. I can't tell exactly what you're seeing, but from what I'm seeing on there, it looks better in person than it does on there, but... I love it. You're watching from Michigan at your son. You worried it. Oh, via my. Oh gosh. Oh, you can't get this wax in Home Depot anymore? Oh, but she said you can get it on the website. But you can find dark waxes at different, different brands, different places. You probably do the same thing with antique wax. I had a little gap, so a little bit of my paper towel got caught under there, but I got it out. I don't like when you have a lot around the edge, so I'm trying to get that. I think that looks pretty good. I love it. What do you guys think? Okay, so then I might need that. I'm not going to need white anymore. I forgot to show you on the mold, it also comes, I had extra, so the mold has, where is the mold at? Down in the bottom, it has these two little holly leaves that you can pour as well. You don't have to, but I had extra, so I poured them. So I'll just save those for something else, but I also had extra more than that, and so I had another mold out, like a fall one that I just had out in case I had extra, because I didn't really measure, I just kind of guessed. And I poured it in there, and I'll just use them later. All right, so we're going to go back to this, and I see some spots I want to touch up just a little bit right here. Okay. So let's try that. Now I forgot that I was going to put some antique wax on this, or the wax I just got done using. I should have done it before I put the paper on, but I'll just try to be careful. Because if you didn't know, this has like some details on this edge, and so I think if I take, I'm not gonna do the white clear wax. I think I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and just kind of go along the edges. I could do this with distressing ink as well and kind of get the same vibe, but we're gonna use this. And then hopefully it'll stay down in some of those little crevices, just like in the Santa mold. Okay, I'll take, that's wet. Take this and just wipe it back. And if it doesn't want to wipe back enough, like I said, but it's actually working perfect. You can, I don't want it a lot here, I just want a little bit. But you can add the antique or the white clear wax and get some of it off if you want. And I'm getting it on the middle. There we go. I might try to add a little bit more down in the, along the, I just didn't really want to get it in the middle on the paper, but if I get a little, it's okay. Oh, looks like I painted one of my hairs in there. Okay, so you can just kind of just brought that out just a little bit. Yeah, it is a lot of detail, Kathy, for sure. All right, let me see. I'm gonna have to clean up the back a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so then we're gonna take this, and I'm sure you guessed we're gonna put it right here in the middle, which is gonna look so cute. So I'm gonna try to do it without measuring or anything. We'll put some of this on here. Oh, let me, before I do that, I need more hot glue, I know that. I do not know how I did that, but I got it all messed up. Okay. And then add some hot glue. And then try to get it centered. Okay to me. What do you guys think so far? I think it's looking pretty cute. Now, I want, you know what I'm going to do probably. Put some of this away. Get out of my way. Wipe my hands off. Oh, what was that? Was that glue on me? We are going to take some of this thread that I like to use. This is some thicker twine that I got from the grab box at Michael's, and we're going to go around the, not at the edge of the white part, but the edge of the paper. Mostly because I think it looks cute, but also because it kind of covers up the parts where you kind of made it, you didn't cut it exactly right. This is always fun to do. I mean that sarcastically, just because it's hard to It's hard to go quick enough before your dry doesn't, your glue doesn't dry, not your dry doesn't glue. Gosh. I did not do good on that first part. Trying to get it right in that crease is kind of hard to get around this mold. And I like my thread to be straight, so I'm kind of picky. Yeah, that just makes it look so much better, I think. Except for right there where I glued it, where I got glue outside of my spot. See what we're doing? We're just adding that like that. Oh, I know. I have a Santa bus from, somebody's talking about this. I got it from Walmart, and I keep going back and forth if I want to add wax to it, which I know I've seen people add wax to them, and they look awesome, but then I kind of have more of a, for Christmas, I do more of a gingerbread kind of style. That's not so rustic, so I'm just like, I'm not sure. I kind of want to see if they have any more and get one more and keep one in regular and keep, I kind of want to just tie a red bow on that one and then get another one that I can go live and redo. Because I had already thought about putting wax on it, and then I saw someone remade one, made it really cute. She went a little fancier than I would have gone, but it's still that I'm going to do, but I liked it a lot. I think it might have been, can't remember her name, but I think it was Crafty Servings is the page name. I just saw it in a like a finished project post today. I wish you lived closer too, Karen. Well, if you're ever in Washington, let me know. I love it. Very simple, but I think it is really cute. What do you guys think? And you could like, you know, add more stuff to it, greenery. I was thinking of keeping this one really simple, but I had just an idea. I don't know if it'll look good though. Thought it might be cute just to put, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to make a very simple bow, but you could totally keep this plain if you want. But I normally don't always put bows, but I just tried it and it actually looks not too, like it just looks good. It doesn't look like it's too much. I will not need that much. I can make it and then I can see if I like it. Yeah, I think I like it with the bow. So I'm gonna, and if I decide later to take it off, I could, but I'm gonna just put a little drop of glue. I'm putting it right here on the top. So it looks like the ribbon is wrapped around and then tied at the top. I mean the twine, whatever you call it. Kind of want to leave the tails kind of long, but not that long. I kind of like the way they curl. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but I think it looks cute. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you like it. Crafty servants did an awesome transformation. You can see it on. Yep, I know. I saw it. I loved it. But I like this too. I love it. Definitely looks like a Sonia K Creations. That's what my daughter says. Because, you know, my stuff all has the same look, but I like to do lots of things with different things with the same look. Yep, it's very simple. I like it. Trying to give you guys a good view because I never do. I'm glad you guys like it. Well, that's all I was going to do with it. I'll probably put some sort of hanger on before I sell it. Although I'd probably just put this up on a shelf. That's what I always say, but I don't always need hangers on my stuff. And if I hang stuff, I put command strips. And a lot of times when I sell them at my craft shows, I'll just buy a big thing of craft command strips from Costco and just put a command strip on so they can use that. So I love it too. Thanks. Love it. Did you find more your paper yet? I said earlier, somebody from this page, Tammy Wickenberg, I just got a box and she she took it off the roll and sent me a couple big stacks of it. So I have enough to do quite a few projects, and I'm going to keep looking for more. So this is a silver tray from Dollar Tree. You can still find them. I've had it forever. And then this is just a piece of wood from Dollar Tree. Basically, this is a Dollar Tree project, except for the paper and this. But these two things are Dollar Tree. So this is just a wood plaque that I glued the mold onto. So yeah, I put it in the easel. Yeah, that'd be really cute. Yeah, I hardly ever use nails. It has to be super, super, super heavy for like a shelf. You can't really use command strips on a shelf. But on most things, I'll just put a lot of command strips if it's just a little bit heavy. So I know you have to keep looking for the paper. All right, that's it. You guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye. Sorry, it won't let me do it. There.